Hey, welcome back. We're going to pick up part 2 immediately after stopping part 1. Everything is still in the exact same place, so we're going to move things around right now. So we got a little bit better display. Let's get the new Skeletor back there. We're going to put the Origins He-Man down there. And we're going to put the Demogorgon up here. We're going to get the He-Man and Vecna 2-pack. Set that there, then adjust the height of the camera to look at the entire box. There is Vecna and the underworld appearance there. Let's see, on that side there's the Vecna artwork. There's the awesome He-Man artwork there. Awesome He-Man artwork on the back of the box. You got the Skeletor and everything. That is cool. One thing I didn't look at was, does the artwork connect up in any way? Not really. But it's close enough. You can fudge it. The artwork on these boxes is really fun. You see Battle Cat back there with this weird thing. You can do that, read that if you want. Put Power Sword or Staff of Time into hand. Twist into powerful battle positions. Since this box is the one I bought to be opened, we are opening it right now. And the tape has been opened. Set the box on the floor. Now it looks like the background is the same. I like the gold color palette on this one. Nice. Let's get all the straps popped. If I can find them all. You know what? I'll just give you guys a look at that process. Why not? Make sure you get the ones on his feet. I think that's it for He-Man. Let's see about Vecna. Let's got one there. Doesn't look like he has many. Got a couple around his wrists. Such a chunky figure with his armor pieces. I guess it's hard to keep them in there. We're going to get all the bits out of here, and then we'll go over them. Oh, I like that. I thought I saw that. Alright. Put the Vecna there. Let's get him. Right. So let me look at Skeletor again for a second. There might be a slightly darker wash on Skeletor to, I think there is a base plastic with a bit of a wash to highlight the sculpt. Interesting. It's more obvious on He-Man, and I'll point that out in just a minute. Let's go with the shield first. Looks like the basic sculpt or basic shape of the He-Man shield, but with the Dungeons and Dragons style crest on there. I like the way that is built back here. Let's take this one off of him. Compare them. Because there's more to this one, they had to mount that a little bit different, and I like that. The axe looks like the pretty standard style MOTU axe at this point. The sword is a pretty standard MOTU sword. All three of these things are molded in the darker gray plastic. Got a scratch on there. Did I do that? Maybe. Sword to sword comparison. Exactly the same size. Sweet. Stand up, you son of a bitch. Let's get his shield back on his arm. And then we'll continue with the new one. Come on, get on there. Gotta clip that muscle. Put him there for a second. The He-Man himself has got what looks to be the same or very similar head sculpt, molded in a lighter skin tone plastic, lighter hair or different hair color, more of a sand color. The harness is the dark gray, much like that. Gray trunks, or brown trunks rather, with the shiny gold paint on the belt and the bracers. And what I was talking about with the wash on Skeletor is much more obvious now that I have He-Man out of the package, that there is a wash on him. All the muscles are highlighted all over him. That's very cool. I like that a lot. Let's check out the back of the knees. Nope, they're the same. It looks like 100% reuse. Sculpt-wise, but different paint apps. Obviously, pop and swap ability. Hallmark of the Origins line. Just like the Skeletor, I really, really like the He-Man in this tone. Look at it there. Have to get the ankle straight. Skeletor. Let's get him standing up. So now, how do we want to display this He-Man? I think I'm going to put the shield or the sword on his back. We're going to have the axe and the shield. Okay, when you got a shield, that's freaking cool. See, he's got a grip hand on his left, unlike most other He-Mans. So you could have him dual wielding the weapons, the axe and the sword, or you could have him actually gripping the shield, if you can actually get that in his hand before clipping it on. Son of a bitch. And of course I dropped the sword. It's not a unboxing video or a toy hunt or whatever unless you drop something, right guys? See, now it doesn't want to play nice, and I feel like I'm gonna start ripping the nice gold off of there. So we're gonna go with that for now. I'll pick up the sword later. That's cool to me. That's very cool to me. I like that a lot. Somehow it feels almost more vintage than the Origins. It might be the skin tone, actually. Let's look at Vecna. Let's look at his staff. The clock time staff thing. It's pretty cool. Very heavy, so it'll twist in a wrist peg. Let's look at this guy. The tentacles are not bendy wire, but they do present well. They peg right into the back harness. Very cool. Take those both off for a second. Almost a bat motif on his back there. Little square. You can see the harness opens up right there. Feels, yep. That comes off as well. Real nice scaraby spider thing. Ow. Fucking hell. Be careful. Jabbed the hell out of myself with that spike. The tentacles coming off his neck are flexible, so you can come around. But yeah, the upper arm guards bend and flex a little bit, but they are removable, so you can just have a purple guy. He's got new feet again, short bracers on both sides, traditional loincloth trunks and belt, also gold to match Skeletor there. He-Man. You can take this off, use it on pretty much any other Origins MOTU figure, which is very cool. So if you're not a fan of Stranger Things, you can still use these amazing parts and pieces to accessorize other figures. Let's see if we can find the balance spot for him. There we go. This is cool. I like this figure. We're going to get this bug thing back on him. It's slightly keyed. There's a little tab there. Bigger one goes up top. So, but if you can't figure out which way it goes, can't remember which way it goes, the 4 separate ones are up top, 2 pairs are down low. Just gonna work that back on there. Very cool. We're gonna get his back tentacles reattached. I suppose you can switch them. So you can make the spot high or spot low. We're gonna do that. That's a great look, I think. Let's see. We're gonna make. Oh, he's got 2 different hands. He's got a humanoid hand and a monsteroid hand. Vecna was once a humanoid, so that makes sense. Yeah. The paint is already rubbing off of there because I think just the way it was in the package. But that looks awesome. We're going to spread these guys out a little bit. You know, we're going to put Vecna and the Demogorgon down low. And we're going to put He-Man and Skeletor up high. And of course, knocking things over. Alright. I think that is pretty close to it for my Masters of the Universe Stranger Things crossover figure review. Yeah, I mean, I still really like these things. A lot of really fun shareable accessories for the Masters of the Universe Origins line. You can fudge them into the original series figures if you like. Ooh, beverage. So yeah, they present super well in these boxes. So that's a big win. You can have upright or you can flip them either frickin' way. But these guys are great. What do you think, guys? Like I said, do they need to exist? No, nothing really needs to exist. Am I happy they do? Yeah. Do I think they're going to go any farther in the series? Nah, not the way these are sitting around. But, talk to me, guys. Let me know what you think. Deuces.